Hey guys, welcome to the Techpoint Africa podcast. My name is Muiwa.
My name is Oluwani Femi.
And I'm Emmanuel.
So if you're watching this, you probably noticed the little thing we have going on around here, kind of like a set of sorts. If you are listening, maybe pause now and then go and check it out and let us know what you think. Yeah, we're trying to do things a bit differently. Anyway, how are you guys doing?
Oh, we've been personally, I can't speak for anybody else. I've been, holding up. I actually noticed something today. Okay. I went out and I met a larger crowd than I've seen in maybe more than 2 months, and I think my head was going to explode. So I think I'm still trying to...
You wore your face mask?
Yes, I wore my face mask. I kept distance, but I felt it was so overwhelming. But I know I will get used to it with time because I think everybody is out now.
It's like everybody's tired. Everybody's tired of the but like, let's just get out and we're tired of staying at home. Let's just go out.
But some of us might not have it easy.
Yeah. I understand.
Seriously.
I understand. But as long as you're keeping safe, make sure you're wearing a mask. I mean, WHO just changed their stance on face mask recently. There was a time where they were saying like, if you wear the face mask and you're healthy, it gives you a false sense of security from people who are. But now they say face mask actually does prevent you from getting it. They've been seeming to change their stance a lot. I don't want to get into any politics, but so as long as you're wearing your face mask, making sure you're cleaning your hands regularly, you're safe.
Anyway, I can't relate to Nifemi's whatever you just mentioned now, because I've been seeing crowds a lot since the lockdown.
In my area, I don't want to mention my area. People are always moving around.
That's so.
Since the first day of the lockdown, they're just driving around. Like, what the hell is happening here?
Okay.
I think I'm the only one that actually keeps the social distance here.
Yeah.
Like I can stay in the house for a week without stepping out.
No, actually, I think I was in the house for like the first few weeks. Apart from maybe going out to maybe take a walk or something in the evening. I think for like the first month or so, I was really indoors throughout. Sure. And I had food, I had everything. Now that I'm broke. Something happened over the anyway, let's not talk about that.
Oh, okay.
I saw the tweets.
You saw the tweet? Sad stuff.
Oh, man.
Anyway, let's get into the gist of today. Talking about tweets, Twitter. Twitter has a new future.
Yes.
You wrote something about it.
So, Twitter wants it to feel like, before I tell people about this thing, what do I know about it? So it's a test feature that allows you to, it pops up a prompt and tells you and asks you, have you read this post? Actually post like a Techpoint article. A Techpoint article.
Why is Techpoint article as an example? Do we do we don't do fake news?
Okay, I'm just saying like a Techpoint tweet. So you want to share, and if maybe you want to add a caption or caption, right? Before you share it, you want to retweet with comment. So you Twitter is asking you, have you read it
before
sharing it? So it's like giving you a sense of, let me know what I want to tell others, let me know about it, let me confirm if it's true, if it's worth sharing or not. And I think this is a very welcome feature because people just, the way you just see and forward on like WhatsApp, you just see this news and you just forward to it.
Yeah, most times just headline you see.
Yes, and somebody will say, what is this? Then you now go back and read it again, like, what? Did I actually share this? But seeing that prompt will make you
it has happened to me a lot of times.
Wow.
Where I shared something, I didn't read it. Like I like to think I'm careful enough. But sometimes maybe you just get too emotional and then you share something.
Yes, or maybe it's only the headline.
Exactly.
You just share.
And sometimes the headlines are very like misleading. So, but it's not like they will just like give you a pause, right?
Yes, you can ignore it and go ahead and retweet.
Oh, so they are not.
They can force you.
Okay, I thought they will track if you click the link to open the article or something.
Actually, people raise that concern, like, so now you want to play God, you want to start monitoring what I do on my browser. But Twitter was like, no, we don't do that. You can go ahead and retweet without reading it. You don't know, maybe you've read it on a friend's tweet or you've opened it on another browser before you came on Twitter. So yes, so you're allowed to go ahead. It's not disturbing you from going ahead to tweet. It just gives you a sense of like, I want to I want to know what I'm sharing with others. I don't want to misinform others. I don't want to spread
You
fake
just
news.
pause. It makes you pause before you.
Yes.
That
Allow.
1 second that you have to use to read that and
Yeah.
pause. You kind of like have to think. You think it's almost working like a WhatsApp's forwarding.
Yes, like the recent one that happened that you can't forward more than 5. You can't forward to more than 5 people at a time when you want to share a news or something. You can't share more than 5 people at a time. But I still don't get how that works, because after the first 5 users you sent it to, then you can just send one at a time, one at a time.
5.
So people will take their time and still send to like 20 or 25 if they want to.
Because the message must be heard.
But I think
Yes,
the idea
it
is,
was,
you know when there is little effort in how you share it. If you can just share to 100 people at a time, you just don't think about it. But that the fact that each time you have to share to one,
the stress.
it gives you a bit of time to think about it and like, okay, maybe I shouldn't share it. Should I read this first and stuff like that? Yeah.
So all this is part of the fight against misinformation.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and I like to say the mistake that Twitter is.
Yes, you mentioned it.
Yeah, you
that-
The
mentioned it's
mistake
like,
that Twitter is. Yeah, you know how Twitter. Anyway. the way
what is
Twitter
the idea behind
amplifies-
that mistake behind?
I mean, Jack Dorsey has kind of admitted, not publicly, not directly, but like they understand that, okay, because of the nature that Twitter, like the fact that it's mostly text based, and it's not like Facebook or Instagram where that emphasizes images.
Yeah.
So you see people's faces, which that visual cue makes you conscious that you're dealing with a human being. Twitter is just text, so you're just like
Yes,
just type
Bass
and all of that. So yeah. Anyway,
Yes, and similar to some 2 other features that were introduced sometimes last month. It's in less than a month now. One makes you conscious. One prompts you when you want to send something that might be insultive or hurtful, or maybe you want to retweet or you want to reply somebody and you want to send it. For those people that already have it on their app, it prompts them that what you want to say is hurtful or something. Yes, so that one too was tested some few weeks back. So I think all these features are just being brought on so that it can kind of check us the way we use this social media, so that we not hurt others through our information, through our reactions, through our replies, and we don't also hurt ourselves, because you are liable to an information you are spreading as the person that actually the original poster of that information. So you want to protect yourself too. Don't want to be seen as dumb.
it's good to see that Twitter is trying to make the best of this. Yeah, and
Nice.
hopefully in a few, as they keep iterating another Twitter, the experience will get better. I hope so. Anyway, so Netflix and Amazon Prime are coming to DSTV. What do you
Well,
Interesting.
well, I saw that and I was like, what? Like,
Interesting.
no, what is going on here?
think? You know the funny thing. The first thing I thought about is, okay, it was last year that I believe it was last year, right?
Yeah.
That DSTV announced.
That they want to make DSTV now a standalone
DSTV now
service.
starting. So DSTV
Yes.
now, if you don't know, most of us may probably know, the mobile app you can install on your phone, but it's connected to your
Decoder.
smart card, decoder.
Yeah.
So for example now, I'm enjoying DSTV at home, but I don't have a decoder because it's connected to my parents' decoder.
Oh,
So you can watch on I think 4 or 5 devices,
wow.
as long as the decoder that they are tied to it has an active subscription, so you can.
So
I
must it
think
be
one
DSTV
account-
Explorer or something? Or
No.
Any
It
DSTV?
used to be only DSTV Explorer.
Okay.
I'm talking like 4 years ago. But I think when the World Cup, I remember very well. Yes, because that
2014.
was the time we went for. You guys had joined Techpoint then, yeah. But that's after our event, we went for like the company retreat. That was another World Cup. Yes, around that time, because of Kwese TV that launched then. You guys remember Kwese TV?
Yeah, Kwese TV, Econet Media. Yeah.
You know, Kwese TV launched and was streaming World Cup and showing World Cup
Yeah.
matches live. So DSTV made DSTV now.
Okay,
Open.
I think I want to remember the.
So the idea was, so that people can, because they knew that, okay, Kwese had an app and people could watch the World Cup on the go. And then DSTV now was only Explorer or Premium users, so they now open it up for everybody. No matter what plan of DSTV you own, you can use the DSTV now, and it can be more than one device. So, for example, my dad had it on his account. I had it on my phone. Somebody else had it. It's just like, So then we heard that last year they wanted to make it standalone, where you don't have to have. It doesn't have to be tied to the decoder. So you just just open a Netflix account. So you just open a DSTV now account, and you can watch DSTV because
Super Sport and
all of that. Because apparently in South Africa, Netflix was showing them Pepe.
Wow.
Whoa.
Like Netflix was really. That's what I felt it was like a bit of a bit alarmist, because I don't think. Because I remember we did a story and we noticed that
Netflix, there are no more than 50,000 subscribers.
I think South Africa is the only country that has the largest.
The largest in Africa.
And they have only 152,000 estimated subscribers as of 2019. So I don't think 152,000 subscribers can make a dent.
Even at that, DSTV is like has a variety. It's like varieties yes. So unlike Netflix, like for shows and movies, you have varieties of things on DSTV. Yeah. So I don't know how. Are there competitions like? I don't understand.
Netflix has and Amazon Prime have the coolest shows. The shows that everybody's watching and tweeting about that you want to watch.
Oh.
But Super Sports will still get people.
That's if you're a football person now. Like people like Manu.
Okay, I don't watch Super Sports. I stream football matches online most times. I use Live Football TV or what's the name of that Chrome extension. I download the Chrome extension. But I was discussing with Ifemi when I was coming here this afternoon. So the question that came to my mind is, will I have to pay for a Netflix subscription and Amazon Prime subscription, then still pay for DSTV subscription?
So I think the way it's going to work. Okay, first of all, it's like I've took us off the track. Yeah. The news is that Netflix and Amazon are coming to DSTV. Even though DSTV was saying last year that they want to make DSTV now standalone to compete with Netflix and Amazon Prime. Now they are signing an agreement to bring Netflix and Amazon Prime to DSTV.
You can't beat them.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's only for Explorer and premium users, I think. Yeah. So the way it works is like Showmax. Do you guys know Showmax? So Showmax is actually a multi-choice product. Yes, the same company behind DSTV.
I think it's a channel on DSTV.
But it's also standalone on its own. You can open a Showmax account, like you open a Netflix account. They launched it in 2015. So what happens is, if you open a Showmax account, if you have a DSTV Premium, you can link your Showmax to DSTV Premium and be watching your Showmax shows on your DSTV. So I think this is what will happen with Netflix now. I think, because they've not revealed any details. If you already have a Netflix account and you are on DSTV Premium, you'll be able to link your Netflix to your DSTV Premium. So that means you're paying for DSTV.
And you're paying for Netflix.
Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, you're paying for Amazon Prime. Wow. Because even Showmax that belongs to MultiChoice too, you have to pay Showmax. Although they had a bundle, I think. So if you pay a specific bundle, it's DSTV Premium plus Showmax.
Oh.
But even if you had Showmax on your own and then you wanted to bundle it, you could bundle it.
So can we say that they've given up on the DSTV Now standalone app dream, or they're trying to use this to get subscribers in a way? Then when they are going to launch their DSTV Now app, they already have the subscribers. They already have some shows already. Maybe they've got license for some shows and they can just keep them. So I'm thinking maybe this is in a way of attracting subscribers.
Yeah, or retaining subscribers.
Retaining them most times.
So people that are not renewing their DSTV because all the shows they want to watch, all the shows their friends are watching are on Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Okay, but even with that, I don't renew my DSTV because I watch Netflix and Amazon Prime. Why should I renew my DSTV if I'm still going to renew my Netflix and Amazon Prime accounts? That is the question.
That's a lot.
So
it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess people don't mind. I mean, there are people that have many of those accounts active. I don't know. But, in their FY20 annual results, MultiChoice, they actually said they've launched few trials for DSTV streaming products. So maybe it's still in the pipeline. So maybe this is just like what's that thing they call? Is it a stopgap or a filler? Like, while we are still...
Let's do this.
Let's do this. And then... I don't know. We don't have the full details yet, but we'll find out.
We hope it turns out well for DSTV.
Yeah, we hope so too. I hope so too.
They've been around for a while.
Okay, speaking about Netflix, Amazon Prime, DSTV, Pay TV, NBC, Nigeria Broadcasting Commission, has something for them.
Okay.
Emmanuel, you did that story.
Okay, so the NBC, the National Broadcasting Commission, is saying every broadcasting platform, any local content you want to acquire must not be acquired exclusively. I think that's the main thrust of the whole story. So, for instance, we have the likes of Iroko TV, African Magic. They come to acquire Nollywood content and they show it exclusively on African Magic, or they show it exclusively on Iroko TV. Once they've acquired this license, the NBC is mandating them to sub-license it to other broadcasters in Nigeria, meaning NTA, Ogun State Television, and the other ones. They must, if they ask for the license and say, we want to show, what is the name of all this? You watch African Magic? I don't watch.
The Johnsons.
The Johnsons, yes. Yeah. We want to show the Johnsons in OGTV. They will be mandated by law to sub-license this.
Is it the role of the NBC to regulate that? Shouldn't NTA go to the Johnsons and say, we want to syndicate your show? I've seen that happen many times where, we'll start from season 1. I know you people are in season 20, right? Okay, but we'll start from season 1. We don't mind. Then they get, that's like syndication. Why should it be NBC saying? I don't really understand.
It's very weird. It's very weird. So
it involves Netflix too. So like
streaming
Netflix
platforms
cannot acquire like they acquired Lionheart.
No. Like that Lionheart acquisition now, they will have to license it. They were saying they want to try and create a competitive market.
Okay.
That
NTA, right?
It's for NTA. I didn't say NTA. They want to create a competitive market. So when the best shows in Nigeria are being aired on Netflix, they are being aired on Iroko TV, they are being aired on DSTV.
Why not?
Why not our local TV stations? I'm even fighting for
them. I agree, but shouldn't it be the local TV stations that make those deals?
Themselves.
Yes, I mean, that's the way it works. I mean, for example, everybody knows Money Heist.
Yeah.
Right? Money Heist was originally what was the channel? It was the Spanish. I can Google it quickly. Money Heist. So it was originally a Spanish TV show.
Yeah.
Okay. A national TV. It was shown on local TV.
Yeah.
First 2 seasons. It didn't really do that well because, I don't know. It didn't go beyond Spain. But then Netflix acquired it. So it was a deal between I'm trying to remember I know it's somewhere there. Okay, I don't want to delay this. Let's forget about it. But it was a deal between that channel and Netflix, right? While we're talking about it, I'll look for it. So it was a deal between. So shouldn't that be what local, an AIT or a channels or whatever should be doing? Why should the NBC regulate? Yeah.
It's okay.
The interesting part is that this code that was amended, and there's now a disparity between it and the law that guides copyright
and IP rights. Yeah.
Yes, IP, like this, it is my property. I have the right to give it to whoever I want. I want to give it to. I have the right to let somebody. I have the right to let somebody license it for somebody. I have the right to do whatever it is I want with it. It's in the right, like Nigerian Copyright Law Act.
Yeah,
it's there.
You own your
yes, you own
intellectual
it.
property.
Now you're coming with this code and telling that I am obliged to give who I don't even want to. Now, that's I don't understand. Maybe somebody is being left behind in the government because NBC is the government. The government is behind the act, so I don't understand what.
Okay, so is there a fee they have to pay?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, if you don't comply with this, you risk paying a 10 million naira fine. That's about $2,000. Is it $2,700?
Right.
So I don't get but
$25,700. $25,700.
So for instance, now I've been trying to think about this. The NBC regulates broadcasting, make sure everything that is aired on any broadcasting channel is proper. There's no fake news and stuff like that. But I think if you look at the code, there were lots and lots of things that I couldn't just impute in one article. you have to dedicate like 20 minutes every day to emergency national news
And sports.
about
Some hours.
COVID-19, blah, blah,
And that's
blah.
the question now. So does a Netflix and a Roku TV, do they fall under that jurisdiction?
Are they even broadcasters in the first place? That's-
Exactly, are they broadcasters?
So there's one of
I'm
the
confused.
Yes, that is it. Like the genre of programs enjoys compelling viewership by Nigerians. So as long as Nigerians are watching Netflix,
Okay.
they fall under it.
Okay, if you scroll up, you will
Yeah.
see something about online broadcasting. I think that's what they are using. So it requires that all online broadcasters. So broadcasting as a concept itself does not have to do with the internet normally. It has to do with TV and radio signals. But the word online, I think regulators think when you add online to a particular word, it will change the
Online
Context.
broadcasters.
online broadcasting.
I need to understand the legal. You talk to
Yeah, I talked
legal.
with Timmy Olagunju, it's our Techpoint columnist, and it's like this regulation actually goes against the Copyright Act. So the question here is, if I have the right to sell my content to whoever I want to, but you are allowing my buyer, you are not letting my buyer buy the content from me, then are you not infringing me that wants to sell it in the first place?
Let's sue ourselves.
Okay, yeah. Scratching.
I'm confused. Let's leave this. Anyway, we'll be watching what is going on, and what this means is that for many because Netflix they launched Netflix Nigeria
Yeah, Netflix
earlier
like
this
that.
year, right?
That's yes.
And they are producing original from scratch Netflix
Yes.
productions. They are engaging local producers.
Yeah.
MultiChoice has been doing it with Africa Magic for a
Yeah.
while. Roku TV has been doing it with
Yeah.
Rock.
Rock
so
Studios.
This is going to affect because many
Basically.
producers. This is going to affect their business.
Yeah, basically you
Real.
can't broadcast it in Nigeria without having to sub-license it. But on the other hand, for sports fans, it means I might start watching Super Sports on NTA or something. Because
That has happened before anyway. Oh no, that was High TV. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, so they might be forced to sub-license Super Sport, Naju Wide, and the rest.
Anyway, we need to keep following up on this and
Yeah,
updating people.
definitely.
But so far, it's looking confusing. I don't want to
And
make
it
any.
does not seem
Seriously.
viable. Does not seem viable because according to Timmy, they will have for this thing to actually hold water, they will have to go to the National Assembly, and it will pass through first reading because they need to amend this Copyright Act
Okay.
for this thing to be actually legal.
Oh, so it's not legal yet. Oh, that's somewhat comforting.
Yeah, it's not legal
Yes,
yet. It's
no.
not. I don't think they can even
So
implement.
we need to keep engaging and see how we can make sure that we carry on conversations around this so that we are
Okay, guys, as a form of reminder, we want you to stay safe. We want you to keep your social distance and remember that COVID-19 is real.
Thank you, Nifemi, for that reminder. It's very important.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
get
still
that.
talking about regulation. I mean, it's not only in Nigeria that regulators are, trying to regulate.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
doing their job
It's,
anyway.
it's actually a thing. Yeah.
So, boys, in Ghana, something's happening in Ghana too. They're
Yeah.
trying to break up MTN Ghana or something.
Yes. Okay. So they're trying to break up their dominance of the telecom market.
So they are the dominant,
The
just like in
dominant-
Nigeria.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So they control about 57% of the telecom market share
That's
Wait.
overall. Then for data, it's even higher, 67%. I guess that has to do with the fact that they were the first to launch 4G in Ghana back in 2016. So, but they are the dominant force in the Ghanaian telecom sector. So the Communications Authority of Ghana, it's the NCA, the National Communications Authority, is
NCA, yeah.
Ghana's version of
NCC.
NCC. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are declaring MTN Ghana as a significant market power. Yes, a significant market power. Meaning these guys are so dominant that the other ones are not,
Just struggling.
they are negligible. Because if you look at it, they have about 4 telcos. Airtel Tigo is there. Airtel Tigo was a product of a merger between Airtel Africa and Tigo. Tigo is a
Tigo. I know
Tigo.
Tigo is-
Millicom.
Millicom, yeah, it's
Yeah.
from Millicom.
I'm trying to remember the country.
Millicom, yeah, they used to have a stake in. They still have a stake, I think, in Jumia.
You see how it's taking Jimmy. Okay.
Yeah, Millicom, MTN, and if you go on.
Yeah. So Millicom, Vodafone, and Millicom, Vodafone. That was Airtel Tigo. They are all playing this space. Then, of course, our own Glo, Nigeria's Globacom, is also part of the network. So, but their percentage share is just 20%, 21%, and even Glow is just the lowest at 2%. So NCA is trying and create more competition in the market. So they are trying to introduce something like a price floor for voice, data, text messages, and mobile money services, then a price ceiling for the same services. So the price floor is to make sure that telcos don't beat down the cost of voice data to ridiculous prices.
Especially powerful ones.
Powerful ones, they can afford to do that. Then the price ceiling is to make sure, okay, they don't increase it too high that consumers can no longer afford it. So there's this kind of balance between the ceiling and the floor. But so the intention is to try and make more persons come into the Ghana's telecom market, more investors, more competition, because according to some data and reports, they are saying, okay, if there's no competition in a particular market, they're likely going to experience high cost of data, high cost of voice. So if this is in place, then there's a chance that there will be more competition. That is the intention. It's a good intention.
The interesting part is that
Nigeria has been in this.
Yes, there was a time I was writing a story on NCC's
pricing control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same with MTN, because MTN was the first, it was dominant then, and everything they were doing it with MTN in mind, that we don't want them to gain the monopoly of telecommunications in Nigeria. That was when they introduced caps and floors, so that they will help them to check the way they do their prices. And it's actually helped, I think, because the telcos are kind of competing now. They are kind of on a leveled ground competing, even though they are still having their wars and getting their subscribers.
Yeah, but it's always like, this month is Airtel, next month is Glow.
So yeah. I don't know how it will work in Ghana, because the gap between MTN and other telcos,
it's very high.
It's too wide.
But the interesting thing about Nigeria's situation, so the three guys, the big guys, MTN, Glow, and Airtel, they've been dominating the market. Etisalat came in 2007 to try and disrupt. They had lots of cheap services. I remember when they brought Easy Click, Easy Life, and all this stuff. But since the issue they've had in 2017 or 2016 with the takeover and all that, you can get more info from our last podcast if you're listening. So if you've been observing, Nine Mobile, that is formerly Etisalat, has been falling way short of its competition. Then no other telco has come to challenge these guys. The three of them.
Yeah. I'm not sure NCC has given any license. There was even, don't forget there was Visa Phone.
There is Visa Phone.
MTN acquired Visa Phone.
MTN acquired Visa Phone.
Yeah, that's how they launched 4G. Because Visa Phone had the spectrum that MTN used to launch their 4G network. Yeah, so MTN acquired Visa Phone.
Wow.
Then Intel was there. Intel is still Intel was data focused mostly, but I'm not sure they are still all the good things, all the goodies and all of that freebies they used to have that time are not.
Maybe somebody somewhere is thinking of a new telecommunication network, but is looking for a way to, because they themselves, the four available ones that they are competing, they are just introducing different things to compete. No, so if another one wants to come to disrupt, it has to come with a very, very different thing entirely that will kind of attract people. But I don't know how soon that will be, because we've gotten used to the yellow, red, green, and what other color is there. So another one coming in, it will just be like multi-links. Who remember the multi-links? Oh my God!
But you know those ones were CDM in it.
Yeah, CDM. They don't use SIM cards.
Even Visa Phone was CDMA. So Visa Phone, multi-links, Starcoms.
Yeah, I remember Starcoms too.
Which other one was there? I know there was one more.
Starcom, multi-links.
There was one more. Yeah, but anyway. I think it's very hard. Anybody that's coming to the Nigerian market is going to be very hard for them.
Okay, so zeroing back to Ghana. Ghana has a lot of telcos. Initially, it was a competition between Ghana Telecom, was a state-run telecom, just like Nitel in Nigeria. So Ghana Telecom was dominating the market since 1992. Then Scancom, a company that MTN later acquired in 2007, came in 1997. They were still falling under the yoke of Ghana Telecom. Then midway in the 2000s, they started dominating the market. Then MTN swooped in and acquired Scancom. And that was how everything changed. MTN started dominating the market right from 2007. Then Airtel came, Millicom came with Tigo, Glo came in 2011, Vodafone was still there. Vodafone came to acquire GT Telecom and all their subsidiaries. Okay. So there is enough. All these guys actually started at a level playing field. But Scancom gained traction. MTN came and
acquired it, and
so they deserve the dominance. Is what you're saying?
Okay, the one part they deserve the dominance, but what I'm wondering is what is responsible for that dominance, because in 2011 they were investing a lot of. I did a lot of research. Not a lot, just some research. So then MTN was investing in telco towers a lot in 2011, 2012. And then their subscriber base shot up around that time. Then I now saw that, some articles were alleging that the regulator in Ghana did not allow others, did not allow others to build towers.
The same regulator now that is trying to
it's not confirmed. It's just a reported
alleged
statement. Yes. So, but still, these telcos still face similar issues that Nigerian telcos face: vandalism. They steal their batteries. They steal diesel.
They have power issues too.
Yes, apparently.
Only Accra, I know that really has the stable power.
Stable power, yes.
It's not all over Ghana. Yeah, interesting.
So it's a different ball game in Ghana, but still, I still wonder about the effectiveness of the price floor and the price ceiling model.
I think you need to keep following this.
Yeah? I don't know how much effect it will cause, because yes, MTN is making gains. I think either way. Even if they don't reduce their prices to at the detriment of other, they are still making their gains. So
and they've already developed trust too.
I don't know how they can fill in this gap. It's too wide. I don't know how it got to that point, but it is just too wide.
Maybe you explore how you go to that point. Explore it deeper.
You should.
All right, so let's move on to the next. So DHL, this story is from DHL has acquired a stake in Link Commerce, which is the parent company of Mall for Africa. Right?
Logistics.
So DHL, of course, if you remember, if you follow Techpoint, in 2019, May, DHL launched a new e-commerce platform called Africa eShop. Which was powered by More for Africa's white label service called Link Commerce. So apparently DHL was entering into e-commerce, and everybody was like, "Oh wow, this is going to scatter everything for Jumia and all these guys." Well, I don't know how it has fared since that time, but essentially what it was doing, it was connecting the global world to Africa. So allowing you ship from Amazon and all those some items that don't ship to Nigeria, help you ship, and then. Of course, this is not the first time they are partnering. They had actually partnered before, like in 2018, 2 years ago. They actually partnered to go the other way. So, taking arts and craft in Africa to the world via DHL. So, at that time, we spoke to Chris Folayo, the
CEO of More for Africa.
And they're like, this is just like a way of spreading their tentacles. And then now we're hearing that DHL has acquired a stake in Link Commerce. So it's interesting. Well, one wonders what's going on here.
Yeah, it's confusing. Okay.
You can say it.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
It's confusing. Who owns what? Who did what? Who acquired who? So from the first story you just mentioned now, it's DHL.
Partnership.
They launched More Africa eShop in partnership.
It works exactly like More for Africa.
In partnership with
More for Africa, yeah.
And it's Africa eShop, a competitor to More for Africa.
It's just a way of spreading More for Africa's reach, as far as I'm concerned. So this the good thing, we spoke with Chris Folayo.
Yeah.
The interview will be published later on Friday, so you can check out Techpoint for that. So he explained it essentially. So Link Commerce is the company.
Yes,
More
yes.
for Africa is what we know.
Yeah.
Right? But Link Commerce is the company. At least that's how they are. That's how they are structuring it. So Link Commerce makes that software that allows people to
Order, receive.
manages the whole process of proxy shopping. So shopping from hundreds of stores in the US and the UK, shipping to Africa, handling custom, handling everything. Excuse me, and then bringing it to Africa, right? So they one of the products is more for Africa.
Okay, one of it.
Yes. Now, apparently, he hinted that they've white labeled that link commerce product to other companies that need it. So whether you're a bank, you're a
Telco, whatever.
anything, you want to enter e-commerce, you can use that platform too, and then slap your label on it, right?
Okay.
So that's exactly what DHL did. So what is in it for link commerce is that it's a way of generating revenue. One.
Okay.
So because they license that software. So they've licensed it to DHL, they've licensed it to whoever uses it, right? And then it's also spreading, there's also a revenue sharing side to it with DHL, apparently. So it's also helping them spread their tentacles because DHL is available in 220 countries, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
34 African countries.
Global. Wow.
Yeah, 220 globally, 34 African countries. More for Africa is just available in 4 African countries. So just Nigeria, Ghana,
Ivory Coast
yeah,
and Kenya.
yeah, exactly. So, but now, through the partnership with DHL, when they launched Africa eShop last year, it was available in 17 African countries.
Wow.
17 of the 34. So for them, so
it's
Yeah.
they're having a larger reach
yes, exactly.
in Africa, which was the goal.
Yes,
Which
exactly.
was the goal.
But now what is
That's
now
nice.
happening is I think DHL maybe saw, after once they started partnering with them, they saw the amount of activity that is going to, because you'll be surprised how many people use. A lot of people want to. I've used them a couple of times. They didn't pay me for this. I've used them a couple of times to ship things that I could not ship directly.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining that there are many people. I know some people that there are some people who all their groceries, cereal, cornflakes.
Domino
They
pizza.
only eat. No, not Domino pizza.
Seriously, I heard that somebody orders Domino's.
It's very possible. But anyway, so like household groceries, they don't use Nigerian ones.
It's just DHL. They DHL everything.
They
Wow.
ship everything. So they use platforms like More for Africa, proxy shopping platforms to just
Get
get all the
them
Kellogg's and everything that all the
Interesting.
cereal. Let me
Cannot
not call
be
brand
eating
names because
Nigerian
nobody's
meat.
paying for this. All the cereal, all the diapers, everything that they need, that they ship from abroad. So
Wow.
I know some people that like every month that's what they do. So
to stock up.
yeah,
Oh,
you get.
so,
So I guess for them, maybe DHL saw how much activity is going on,
From
and they felt
Africa.
maybe we should acquire a stake. So they're acquiring a stake in Link Commerce, which is the parent company.
Of More for Africa.
Yeah. So indirectly, yes, they kind of own a stake in More for Africa.
Exactly.
But More for Africa is a product of Link Commerce. It's Link Commerce they acquired a stake in.
Product, yes.
You are I know it's something confusing.
Yeah, so
It's
but,
very confusing. but-
so it's simple. Like the owner of my owner
It's my owner.
is my owner.
oh my god.
The owner of my owner is my owner. I like that.
I think okay, that works.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So,
So-
Link Commerce is the owner of More for Africa,
More for
right?
Africa, yeah.
Now DHL is in partnership with
DHL has a stake in Link Commerce.
Link Commerce.
Yeah,
The
so
product is More for Africa
Yeah.
now. No, they just got a stake now in
This family
Link
looks
Commerce.
confused.
I'm very
okay,
confused.
so as Muyo was explaining, I was picturing a house in my head. So
Okay.
you just bought a house at Lekki, and it's not just you that bought the house. And the furniture is inside. The furniture inside the house should be More for Africa in this case.
Okay.
Then the house itself is Link Commerce. So you just bought. You are just one of the owners of the house, meaning you actually own the furniture inside the house.
Anything inside the house.
Anything inside the
belongs
house.
to you.
That's smart.
So
Yeah, but one day the person that bought the furniture directly can say, "I'm carrying my furniture. Do you have a right to it?" Anyway,
wow.
away from the confusion, what does this mean for e-commerce? That's the question.
Okay,
now. What does this mean for e-commerce in
When
Africa?
I was okay. I think what you were explaining, I now understand why. I've been wondering why Africa eShop or More for Africa has not really gone. I might be wrong, but I don't think they have gone as mainstream as the likes of Jumia and Konga.
That so their model is different. They don't have to be mainstream, to be honest. I mean, I know. Of course, they have to do marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
People should know
if you go
them.
around Lagos, for example, I don't know about other places where they are present. You see their billboards all over, especially on the island, because that's where most of their
Yeah.
I assume their target audience.
audience,
Again,
yeah.
people that they don't eat Nigerian groceries,
At all.
and they want it because by the time you bundle it, although the funny anyway, let's not go into their pricing model anyway. But yeah, so I guess what your question again? I forgot.
Question is, like they've not gone as mainstream as the likes
Yeah,
of
so I
Jumia.
don't think they have to be mainstream like Jumia. So Jumia is an e-commerce platform. Konga is an e-commerce platform for all items. Jumia actually has Jumia Global
Yes,
that
yes.
does the same thing.
Yes.
So you can actually through Jumia shop for things
From abroad.
Oh. Overseas,
abroad
yeah.
and get them in Nigeria. You get. So I think for Africa, they have their market. They know who their market is, and maybe their competition is the likes of AliExpress. I'm guessing.
AliExpress.
That does it directly. You get. So, but what it will mean for e-commerce, I'm not sure.
So in the
In
broader
Africa,
sense,
I'm not sure.
the broader sense is just a select audience. So I think their prayer is okay. More people should have money to
Exactly.
to be able to patronize them and get to that exclusive level of.
But
So
then
they are
if
not
they-
trying to compete with the African, really African focus.
The Africa that we know and
Yeah.
love. Yes. It's not-
And another question
Did
is, do the Amazons and all the platforms that More for Africa proxy shops from you from, are they aware that, I doubt they are aware that some
Yeah,
activity that they get is from proxy shoppers, not direct shoppers. Like, are they aware of this? Do they notice are they able to track the activity and say, okay, maybe it's time for us to launch in Africa? I don't know.
Yes,
like Amazon
like-
launching in
like-
Nigeria or is Amazon in? Okay, I think they're in South Africa, right? I think that's the only African country they're in.
Okay, so but maybe the market might not be big enough for them yet.
Or they don't see like they have a stake, like it's just a little segment of the population that is using them. So why should they have like an African focus? Like for them now, for More for Africa, DHL and the partnership, they actually have a focus for Africa. Even if it's not like a wide one, they actually have a focus for Africa. For Africans using Nigerians in a way, using Amazon and all, it's like you are just going to somebody that doesn't need you. You understand? And so they have not really seen the need for them to be focused on African e-commerce. But DHL, since they have a focus, although their target audience is like a small segment, they still have a focus. So they just they don't want to compete with those that are African, like Jumia and Konga.
Okay.
So they just want to focus on that target and not compete. Like the mainstream you are asking, they might not really go
compete with the
mainstream.
Okay, but if you are considering that, then what about AliExpress that is free to wear?
See, I don't understand the AliExpress model and how they're able to ship to Nigeria so cheaply
And
Everything.
well, we need to look into that. I know Yinka has been trying to look into that. I don't understand it. I want to go and do internship there one day. I just understand what is going on because I don't know how they do this.
yeah, almost every week that we come to the office, Yinka always has AliExpress item.
I don't
Seriously.
understand how they do it.
And they sell anything.
Anyway,
Everything.
this is good news as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yes, for Africa.
That DHL is acquiring a stake in an African, and for a company like DHL that has tentacles all over the world. So yeah, congratulations to Link Commerce, More for Africa, whichever one it is.
And the confusion they brought us. It's okay.
Anyway, guys, listening, watching, we'd really like to know what you think about everything we've discussed today. We've talked about a lot. In fact,
Yeah.
I've lost track.
Yeah.
But there's so much going on. In fact, there's so much more that we could have talked about, but we could not.
Yeah.
But we'd like to know what you think. You can always share your thoughts, your feedback with us via email at podcast@techpoint.africa. And everything we've talked about today, you can find them on Techpoint.Africa. You can also tweet at us with the hashtag TechPointAfrica podcast. Our Twitter handle is at techpoint.ng, techpoint.dotng. We really like to hear from you. If you're watching, what do you think of this new format? If you're listening, pause again now and go and watch. Let us know what you think. If you have any comments, any opinion about anything, especially the ones that confused us, if you want to help us, we'd like to hear.
Yes, we will gladly
We'd
take
gladly
that.
we would gladly like to hear. if you are watching for the first time, this is the Techpoint Africa podcast.
Yeah.
And it's a weekly podcast. It's available on anywhere you listen to podcasts.
SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, anywhere else you get your podcast.
Just search for Techpoint Africa podcast and you'll find them there. All right. And Nifemi, as usual, do you have any parting words?
Yes, we are glad that you're still there listening to us, and we want you to stay safe so that you can keep listening to us. So COVID-19 is very much outside. It's still there.
Koro, that's what you just said now.
Please, don't listen to her. It comes out at 10 a.m., please.
Anyway, I like that. Please stay safe. We'd like you to stay safe, like you said, so that you can keep listening to us. And we want to hear from you.
Yes, we really want to.
And we'll be here next time. So take care, guys.
Peace out.
Bye.